Hello, my lovelies. I know you're probably expecting some Game of Thrones hair. Not this week. Next week, I think we might try a version of Daenerys' style because it, of course, is a wig. We know that, but they've added all these extra hair pieces, yada yada. The braid thicknesses don't really make a lot of sense, along with how long those braids would have to be, the way they're wrapped. They would be like twice the length of the wig she's currently sporting. So, we're going to try and do a version of it next week. And yeah, then there's like 4 braids. We're only doing 2 so we can get some thickness to our braids. So any hoodles. I've been mucking about with it, trying to get the shape right. It's not quite there yet. So instead, we're going to do a really, really practical hairstyle today. And it doesn't even have a flowery name. We're just, since it's practical, it has a practical name. It is a flat Dutch braided bun. That's it. So I started out with 2 Dutch braids. Dutch braids. We like Dutch braids. They're easy. You will see that I started them here and then I braided like to the outside and then scooped them in so that they form sort of a V. You see? Out and then in. Okay. And it's, you know, just keep your hands like this when you're braiding. Hoik them this way and then hoik them back this way. Just keep your hands like this. Like, don't try and Dutch braid over here. Like this. All right. Now we're just going to pin it. Nice short vid for y'all today. I am going to use my long gold bobbies. Well, they were gold. Most of them are, the finish is finally worn off, I guess, a bit. But, what have you. But yeah, my big bobbies, the curler pins, because they are my favorite, as it were. So basically we're just going to wind and pin. So the way we're going to do this is I am going straight up the inside and putting this right against this braid. And we're going to pin. What our goal is for this to be nice and flat against our head. Now, you'll see my pins poking out a little bit over there. It's okay, because all of this will cover it. So we're just looking for it to be nice and secure. And I am going clear up to the top of this braid. So yeah, we're just pinning braid to braid, like so. Okay, this one, same thing. We're just going to go over top of this and tuck it right up against the braid on this side, and same thing, we're going to pin. This is nice. One of the gals I follow on Instagram, Artemis Braids, she recently, oh no, that one is sticking out. I am trying to make sure that the ends of my pins aren't sticking out too badly. She recently did a set of double buns that looked really super cute in her hair, but she says she finds double buns to be just a little bit cutesy for her, which, you know, granted, is a true thing. I don't mind, but you guys know I'm a bit of a weirdo. What we're doing is pulling them over. We're going to wrap around the other braid that's right there. Hopefully you can see. Hopefully I'm in the middle. And we're going to pin into that braid. But yeah, like she was saying, sometimes the double buns turn out a little cutesy. So I given her the advice that you can still do double buns, just sort of smoosh them together. Right, if you butt them up right against each other, then it looks more like one bun. So you get rid of the cutesy effect, but you still get the disbursement, because double buns are nice because it kind of disperses the weight. All right, pin over here, pin on the other side. One day I will have videographers, or just my studio will be set up, and that will be great. All right, going back to this side, same thing. I'm going to go around the braid on the outside, pin. So the nice thing about this is that since we are pinning braid to braid to braid, it makes for a good and stable bun. All right, so we're going to bring this around. We are going to go on the outside and again pin in. So it seems a bit like it's going to be a heart shape, but it doesn't really look like one when we're all done. Since this was longer, we'll take this one around, tuck it in here. We'll do a little pin right up here. I'm actually going to get a smaller bobby for these since they're in the front. One of these is bobbies. 70 pins. At least they're all organized now after the pixie stick thing. I had to rummage all through my house to find all of my bobbies. So everything is organized, which is kind of nice. You guys know I love organization, but I'm sort of bad at it. All right, and then we'll just bring this up over the front. Tuck this underneath here. Then we're just going to add a few more pins. So for the outside, I am going to use the smaller bobbies, just because this outside braid is a lot thinner. Variety of pins for a variety of needs. I know there was a cut there because I was in the ether. Anyhoodles, here we go. This is our flat Dutch braided bun. It's not as flat as a vortex, say, but I would say it's sort of akin to Loopsy's interlaced braids. I also did a version. I just did Loopsy's. I tried it to see what it felt like years ago. But that hairstyle is really great for getting all your hair up and it's fairly flat, so it's comfortable. It's well dispersed. It doesn't feel like you can't feel your hair, as it were. Sometimes when your buns stick out a little bit, you get that extra tension. And this, since it's so close to your head, there's no extra tension. So it's comfortable. Also, I feel like this is a good travel bun. We are. Beginning summertime is coming, fast approaching. It's hot. You don't want to wear your hair down. But if you're like me, your buns stick out too far. Like my go-to, my Nautilus, sticks out too far, so I can't like rest comfortably against the seat to take a nap while Joe's driving. Or if you're on a bus or a plane or a train or whatever transportation you take, when your buns stick out too far, you can't really be comfortable. And this is great travel bun if you don't want to leave, like, the Dutch pigtails alone are great for travel because that means you got a nice flat back of your head. But if you want to still put them up, then you can, and it's just a way to pin it so that it still stays kind of flat. But you can actually like sleep on this. This is not uncomfortable. You can sleep on this. And since we pinned into the base of our other braids, we don't have pins really right up against our head. It's braids pinned to braids. Do you know what I mean? So it's more comfortable. It's like having double buns, but it doesn't look like a double bun. And it's very stable. It's not going to move. It'll stay there. Yeah, it's comfortable. And I just wanted a practical hairstyle for this summer that, you know, isn't necessarily yet another wrapped bun, because I do way too many wrapped buns. So I thought this would be fun. I also wanted to pick one that I thought you guys would actually try. You don't always try my hairstyles. I know some of them are a little too elaborate and fancy. I get it. That's fine. But I do like to do more practical hairstyles for you guys, because then I know you'll try them, and then you can give me more feedback as what sorts of hairstyles you like best. I mean, you might ooh and ah over like the fantasy hairstyles, but a lot of you don't really do them. Maybe every now and then for a special occasion I'll get tagged like, oh, I did the dark elf braids because I was going someplace fancy and I just wanted to do this hairstyle. Awesome, but that's not necessarily a hairstyle you're going to wear often. So I like to put in more hairstyles that you will actually wear. Do you know what I mean? This, I think a lot of you will actually wear. I hope you do. I hope you find it as comfortable as I do anyway. Alrighty, so please stay tuned for your critters. I think the critters went over well. I think it is nice getting to see all of your extended family, as it were, and it makes me happy, and I think it makes some of you happy. So happiness for everybody. Practicality and happiness. That's what we're about here at Torn Ink. So let me know if you try this one. You know, tag me as always, Torrin's Lovelies, or just torrinpaige, the hashtags on Insta. I'll find it. I subscribe to both and check them often so that I can steal your hair for these videos. Yay. All right. Oh, and if you have any more length shots, you want to upgrade, I don't care how long your hair is. If it's chin length, but you're growing out from a pixie, that's still wonderful growth. Send those too. Many of you are at all stages of your long hair journey. I want to see it anyway. Let us celebrate you. So don't forget to send those in too, because I want to use some more of those for Monday. Like, I feel like it's springtime, it's renewal time. I want like the happiest post we can get. I don't know. Any hoodles, I love you guys, and I will see you next Tuesday. So until then, have a great day, have a great weekend, be good at it. I love you guys. Bye.